another episode of Let's Talk About It.
But first.
Not that one.
Coming through.
Gobble, gobble, whack bitches.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
What's going on, everybody? Jeremy back again with Remy Q Studios. I want to welcome you to my studio. We have the very lovely Miss Angel with us again.
Yay! I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so glad you're back. So glad you're back. You just don't understand. You don't understand. The channel suffers. The show suffers. It's just not the same. I love you.
I don't know about that.
I'm glad to have you back.
But I've
Welcome
missed the
back.
peoples.
Welcome
I'm
back.
in civilization again. Yay!
Welcome back. Why don't we say hello to the chat?
Hey, let's
Is before I hit it? There you go.
Beckerman, what's up?
Before I hit it, there you go.
Son of a Bruce, what's up? Brandon.
I mean, goodness, there he is right there.
What comic?
There it is right there.
Gobble, gobble, whack bitches.
Oh man, Digger Jim, what's going on, brother? How you doing? TM Nerdy Chop and Drop. Ignacio's in here. Hello, hello.
Ignacio!
Yeah, everybody's saying hello here. What's going on? Thank you for joining us. Yeah, so I don't know. Let me adjust this just a smidge because your lighting is
Terrible.
no good. Yeah, it's no good.
That's okay.
All right. I guess we'll proceed. Where should we start on this one? What are you thinking? Do you think we should review how Baltimore Comic-Con went? Should we go to the hall first?
I'm so mad
Should we
about the
just talk?
Baltimore Comic-Con.
Why? Why would you be mad? Oh,
Because I wanted to go and I couldn't because I had to work and do adult things. And then I got a phone call from Pocan Joe, not actually Pocan Joe, but like, hey y'all, we're gonna have a good time. And then they did, and I'm so mad, but I'm so happy because Jeremy needs to get out more.
You can try to take a dig at me.
No,
Try to dig at me because I went to a con. Hold on, before we go in there, wow.
that's obscene. That is
The last course.
Okay, I'm gonna read it. A proper meal consists of light appetizer, delicious main course, and a succulent dessert. And the last course, you in this ball hammock. What's up?
New underwear. I love it. Thank you. Yet again, every month.
Can't cancel
You'll
it.
never be able to cancel
I
it.
don't know how to cancel it.
You'll
Why is that there? What's
There we go. Nice. Hey, Nick,
Hey!
what's going on? Remy and Joe on the night. At best, I'm rented tonight. Loving Angels energy. We'll see. Yeah, hold on. This is not going. This ain't
I'm
going.
excited. I have missed you guys. I have not been able to be on here, and it has sucked. You guys are a big part of my life. And what are you doing? It's fine. People want to know what's happening.
There we go.
What's the happening?
It's too bright. Too bright. Brother John, what's going on? Yeah, so I'm trying to think of how to even.
You went somewhere without me and had a good
begin.
time. And
Yeah,
I'm so upset.
so this is the story.
Should
Oh.
I tell them what I heard?
No, because you're gonna jump ahead just like you do with the comments, just like you do when we review books, just like you do everything else. Let me
Yeah,
start
but
from the beginning.
I
No,
was
go
gonna-
ahead. Till the end.
No, I was going to say something about when I called you. First of all, I could have gone to a party, a get together, and I chose to be an adult. While this guy chose to have a good time without me.
So if I'm gonna
And I
actually-
get a call. I'm hanging out with guys. I'm having a beer with Pocan Joe. And I was like, and then I hear Pocan Joe in the back going,
so if I can start from the beginning, which
That's
is what
not
I
the
wanted it to
beginning.
do
that's not the
before.
beginning.
So if I could start from the beginning, which is what I
Okay.
wanted to do before Angel cut to the chase at the very end, like I said.
haven't heard the beginning. What's the beginning?
So originally, Angel and I had planned on going to Baltimore Comic-Con.
No, we have not.
We had talked about going to Baltimore Comic-Con.
And then I was like, I can't because I have to dog sit. That doesn't scare me. That doesn't scare me. Cha! Okay.
So we had talked about going to Baltimore Comic-Con. There were a few folks that were headed out there. I believe a casino was mentioned
I totally
to
forgot
bribe
about the
us.
casino.
To bribe us.
I would have canceled everything. I have a problem.
Needless to say, it wasn't going to work out. It wasn't going to work out for either one of us. The timing, the money, everything. The week before was possibly the worst week of the year, I think.
I don't know. There's been so many of them that have been truly terrible.
This was a bad one. It was
that's like
financially struggle.
Bear was this year. Zadie was this year.
Aside from
gone.
an animal dying,
it was pretty close.
We had some struggles the week before and kind of decided, all right, this isn't gonna work. We will we'll skip it. And then I think Thursday, the day before,
I suggested it.
It just kind of fell into place. Aside from the fact that now Angel was obligated to stay in North Carolina. So unfortunately, she wasn't able to go. But it was going to be nice. I was able to take the boys up to see Grandma in Virginia, and then I could go to Maryland to a new Comic-Con that I'd never been to
crab
before.
Cakes. That's an insult.
Crab cakes of football.
Yeah.
So again, it just kind of worked out perfectly
for Jeremy
that I would be able to go and be able to afford it. Rented a car, got a nice hotel.
It was so much fun.
And
I made money though.
And I was really excited. So I knew that Digger Jim was going.
I know people.
I knew that Brother John was going. I knew that Pocan Joe was going.
Oh.
Now we did. We ran into Justin, and there's a couple other folks.
Are you referring to we?
The group.
Okay.
Some folks from the community.
That excludes me. I'm just kidding.
So
I'm just kidding, y'all. I'm glad he went for real.
So what happened? I spent the night Friday night, got there late, spent the night in Virginia, and then my plan was to leave around 8:00 and get to Baltimore, which I think it was
the boring part of
about an hour and a half. Okay, so the key details that I give you here will play out in the end, I promise. Aside from just Angel getting a phone call, whatever that is supposed to mean. So my plan was to leave at 8. I ended up leaving, I think, at about 10:00.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, by the time get everything settled with the boys, mom, and everything. So I got a quick bite to eat. It was a pack of donut sticks from like 7-Eleven. I got a Red Bull and hit the road. My plan was to try to check in early. I stayed at the Marriott, which literally was a block. It was like across the street. Yeah, it wasn't even a block.
Every time we stayed at a con, there's been like a long walk.
Check this out. Look, on the way back,
Mm-hmm.
if I go to the left, I got Jimmy John's. If I go to the right, I got Chipotle.
I was in the middle of nowhere.
You pick, like where you want to go.
Jimmy John's.
Anyway, so I was hoping I could get an early check-in because I want to drop my bags off, and I wanted to park too because I was worried about parking. Big city.
Oh, yeah.
And lucked out. Got the early check-in. No problem.
No problem at all.
No problem at all.
Yeehaw.
So I walk across the street to the con, and
we should have showed what I got in the mail first before the
the
concert.
Anybody that works Baltimore Comic-Con, if you're watching this, one note that I would give you is you got to fix your signs or something. That when you walk in, it was even looser than it was here as far as the entry. Like scan your, you know how like the other places usually they have like a line where you get your wristband and everything. This was just people. They just had people there. And it was like you held up your phone, they scanned it, and then they just handed you a band. It wasn't. There was no like booth. There was no table. It was just people when you got in the door. So literally, you could just walk past the people. And I'll tell you, even like when they had where they show your band.
It's the comic. It's the good.
I'm just saying it was
only the villains.
I expected a line. I was happy there wasn't a line. Now I will tell you though, as far as the signage sucking, a bunch of people are going upstairs, and then there's like a main level where there's nowhere to go. So I go upstairs, right? And when I get up there, there's like people that are, I don't know, they're handing out the little books.
Oh, I haven't got to see any of this stuff.
With the map and everything.
I did see one thing.
And then there's like a wall, and I can tell it looks like a building inside of a building, right?
Mm-hmm.
I walk all the way around, and I see there are actually little rooms, there's panels. It's not the con. There was nothing identifying where the hell the actual con was, other than people are walking around dressed up.
Isn't that enough?
No. So finally, I figured
even
out.
If it's not, you're gonna have a good time.
You had to go
up, right?
You had to go downstairs. Now, when I talk about the signage sucking, the only thing that indicated anything was happening downstairs was it said that there was a cosplay contest. That was the only thing that indicated something was going on.
You can just follow the people dressed up.
Bro, I'm telling you, you walk in, the only thing that was there was to go up, and people are walking up.
Well, obviously they didn't want to.
And then other people are scattered. I didn't even know that you could go to either side and then go downstairs. Anyways, my first impression though was, why the hell is it so quiet in here? Like, I finally get downstairs, I walk in, and it's like whisper quiet. Tons of people everywhere, lots of activity.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Whisper quiet though. And not that I expected it to be like loud and everything. I just couldn't believe that it was. I don't know.
Like a library?
Maybe not a library, but it just. Yeah. There wasn't stuff.
I know, right? Thank you, Chop and Drop.
Stuff. Yeah, that's what it is. That Chipotle was sketch as hell. I didn't even get to go.
Did you say Chipotle and
Jimmy John's?
Oh, yeah, that would have been Chipotle. Oh, never mind.
Anyway, so I got in there. I was like, dude, this is so quiet. And instantly I was like, all right, let me do a lap. See if I can find my people. Right? And I got on my phone, sent a couple messages out.
Was I one of those people?
No, you were gone. You were gone. You were in the hills of North Carolina enjoying yourself.
I was.
Children free.
Working. That doesn't count if you have to work.
Surprisingly chill, given so many people. Yeah. So eventually I get in touch with Digger Jim. He says he's by the Supernatural car. I was like, this will be easy to find. And I link up with Digger Jim, Brother John, and Mr. Pocan Joe. And it was great. It's
fine.
It was a warm feeling.
It's fine. I'm totally fine.
It's kind of like I remember when
FOMO so bad.
Like, I remember when
what is it called
when I reconnected with my father after so many years of him being gone.
It's not the same as hanging out with gone people. It's not the same.
It was like, man, this is where I belong. I mean, when I did my lap and I saw everything, I was like, all right, cool. But then when I met up with those three guys, I was like, this is it. This is what I wanted.
And I'm at work, y'all, minding my business, doing my little typey, and I get a picture.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't, Jim. So, anyways.
You suck. He's at least trying. You're like, peace out, bitch. Oh. No, I'm just kidding.
So, at some point, we tried to formulate a plan. You know what I mean?
No,
the guys, it was like.
At some point, I was at work and I got a picture of, look who's at the con. Look who I'm having a beer with.
How about no?
She's not
You don't
gonna
have to
buy
lie.
that.
You don't have to lie.
I appreciate.
I would have been
appreciate you
throwing
trying.
shots back if Jeremy wasn't there. Woo!
I appreciate you saying that, but she understands. She
He's at
understands. I
least-
think the first thing I
He's
said
at least
is,
trying. You're like, nope, didn't
I'm
miss you
2
at
states
all.
away. I got no family. I got a pocket full of cash and a dream. Let's go.
No, that's not what happened. Don't act like you started this shit. You weren't like, hey, let me go crazy.
So, anyways, we all split up. We're looking for different stuff. I think Joe and I were trying to meet up with Justin. Just to say, hey, like we were exploring the con, and Jim and John
Oh,
left.
I ain't worried about the con.
Hold on.
That's so funny. That's what
Mhm.
it is. Fridge box. They got a con somewhere else.
Yeah, so we were exploring the con, just seeing what was going on,
Uh-huh.
and picked up a couple books, and then Angel calls me and informs me that a check had dropped. I think it was. Angel basically told me that the amount of money that I thought I had access to was now significantly larger than what I had originally
I
expected.
forgot that they had a casino. And as
So-
soon as I had said it, I had regretted
So
everything that had come out of my mouth.
I didn't have any book in mind specifically that I was gonna try.
Is your phone ringing?
No, I think that's the wolves. I don't know what that is. That's outside. So there wasn't a particular book I was looking for. However, I did find an $850 graded Journey into Mystery, 89, not 84, 89. So what I'm looking for. At which point, when Angel told me that the money situation had changed, I said, "Oh, that's perfect." There was a Journey to Mystery book I was looking for, but it was $850, and she said, "Buy it." And I was like, "What? Huh? Like, what? Really?" And so I was like, "Well, I'm just gonna buy you a whole bunch of stuff." I was like, what do you want me to find?" So there was it was Frank Cho, Poison Ivy #1, and it was one that she had wanted, and I ended up pulling up my phone. I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that." And
I don't know if we know. I don't think we're talking about the same book.
Okay. And anyways, so I talked to the guys and I was like, "Hey, Angel's looking for this book." And they said, "Oh, well, he is
Yeah, but there's another one too.
they said, "Oh, well, ironically, he's here signing stuff." And I was like, "Oh, sweet." So we go to his table, just selling prints and signing
I know,
prints.
right, Ignacio?
And I missed it. What was it?
Well, first of all, they said.
Oh, why would you? Yeah. What's going on, DJ? How you doing? How big were you, Angel?
I'm still at work, so not at all.
Sounds like a test. So, well, my response was, "I'm gonna buy you
Chop
something."
and Drop is like the smartest person ever.
So, this is the book that I thought she wanted.
I do want that book. It's just so sexy.
So
That's a sexy book. See what you did? You broke it.
There we go. So, anyways, then I was on the hunt for a book, which again I hadn't planned on it, but so I got with Joe, Jim, and John, and I was like, "Has anybody seen this? What can I do?" And they were like, "Oh, there's some modern, there's some guys selling modern books just around, like find them." And so we kind of split up. We were looking for it, couldn't find it, and ultimately
didn't find it.
Didn't find Angel's book.
Mine was nowhere to be found.
And I think at that point,
magic.
I think at that point, Mr. Pocan Joe, the great American
hero,
Pocan Joe, said, "Hey, man, you want to take a break and go get a beer?"
Oh, that's when you sent me the picture of the beer. Well, I was still at work. I was like, "What?"
I was like, "Yeah," because for me, I treat it as here we go. What does it
What's
say?
up?
I missed it. What did he say? Creep in the chat. Everything Remy says is the truth. Oh, um. So, he's like, "Hey, do you want to take a break and get a beer?" And I always treat Pocan Joe's invitation to drink a beer, similar to like if Snoop invited you to smoke weed. Like you say yes, right? Like even if you don't smoke, you say yes. Like that's
All right, Kevin Hart.
it's something that you have to do. And I was like,
Well, yes.
absolutely, right? So we leave. When we walk outside, there's a gentleman who is he's what are you doing?
It's like doing the thing.
He's literally by the wrist. He's being held by police. And he keeps yelling, "Man, this is freedom of speech." Right?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You never told me this.
He's like, "Man, this is freedom of speech."
What was he?
And cops got him by the wrist, and he keeps breaking away, and he stomps away. He's walking away from him, and they go and they grab him by the wrist again. They pull him, and I think Joe was like, "This dude's about to eat some pavement pretty soon." Like, I was amazed. I've never seen. I don't think I've seen anybody just like rip their hand away and start walking away from a cop without getting tackled. Like instantly, you think it would have been a tackling. Now I do have a video, a very short video, because while this was happening, and I don't have this saved on here, but while this was happening, there was a cosplayer who was dressed like who's the evil Christmas guy? Krampus. Right? While this is happening,
leave you on your island.
this
Isn't
guy
what he says to me?
comes strolling by. Hold on. This is good. This is pretty good.
You didn't put it on the thingy?
I didn't put it on the thingy, no.
Why not?
Because I didn't.
Slacker.
Can you stall for a moment?
I can call you a slacker for a moment.
No,
Slacker!
just stall for a moment. Come on.
How do I stall?
Help me here.
No.
No. That's what you got for me? No.
I'm so jealous, Pocan Joe.
All right, so this is
And the
right
brothers. Ooh, the brothers scream.
All right.
You're gonna show a video.
All right, so this is the guy talking to the police. Now look behind him. Look at this dude with the cosplay.
You've been a naughty boy.
Just casually walking by.
He's like, oh shit, they're here for me.
So anyways, so Krampus ended up is that what it is? Don't leave me on the island. Help me with this. Okay. He ends up strolling by, hilarious. And I think eventually they just let that guy go. Logan. Joe and I go across the street. He's like, "Hey, I know you're not like a big beer drinker, but they have other drinks if you want to get like, whiskey or brandy or something." And in my head, I was like, "I need some nachos or something because I haven't eaten anything. I haven't eaten anything all day, and this isn't gonna be good." But Joe got a beer, whatever $10 beer he got. I was like, "Yeah, man, I'll drink that." And
that tastes like, did it taste like bread? Is it really weird?
No, it was good. It was good, but it was. I had donut sticks. That was what I had all day, was donut sticks.
See, if I would have been there, I would have made sure you got breakfast. Because I knew I was
You're so sweet.
Oh, no, it's only because I was going to drink and I would need
I don't
breakfast.
know what's going on with...
Even the camera's mad at you. Oh, no,
there we go.
That's bad.
Anyways, so Joe and I finished our couple beers.
Before he finished the couple beers, he sent me a picture of him and Joe having a beer.
Yeah, I put it on Instagram.
Yeah, but you sent it to me first, and then I got
that.
I got like twice. You were like, "Oh, check this out, haha!" And then Instagram was like, "Check this out, haha!" And I was like, "Aw, that's sad."
So we had our couple beers, and
you told me it was only one.
No, I think Joe bought me one. I got the next round after that.
I'm just kidding.
And
I want people to know
I
that
can tell you 2 or 3 beers deep into that, and I think we were both pretty
I know you were. 'cause
pretty toasty after that.
It doesn't take much, especially on an empty
So
stomach.
Joe then proceeds on going on a rampage of buying, right? Like Joe literally was trying to make an offer for anything that he found a rocket
Why are you gonna?
raccoon.
Why are you gonna like call him out like that?
No. Again, you don't. This is all the grand picture. What I'm trying to establish is that I don't. I had an empty stomach and I'm drinking these really heavy beers that Joe would normally drink, and somehow I had to be
it's
the
heavy
voice
because
of reason.
It's like bread,
No.
so it helps. It helps
Listen.
with the alcohol consumption,
I had to be the voice of reason, okay?
Which
Because
means which means they're screwed.
Joe literally would have bought the whole con. Like like he was like, "How much is this thing?" And like I said, it was like a 3.5-foot rocket, right?
I would have bought it, Joe.
And they're like, "Oh, that's $700." And then another guy's like, "Oh, it's broken. Nobody wants to buy that." And I was like, "All right, well, we'll give you $50." And Joe's like, "This would look really good in the evil layer." Like, Joe, I'm not gonna let you spend $700 on a broken rocket the raccoon.
I would let you buy it, Joe.
One, he'd have to walk around with it, which would have been weird anyways. Like I don't think either one of us were thinking that. But anyways, I had to be the voice of reason for Joe's spending. Now, it wasn't a bitch move because trust me, he still bought plenty of stuff. I just was trying to at least negotiate with or for him. And every time he would make a purchase, I would always tell them, just so you're aware, you're about to be YouTube famous. This is Pocan Joe from Evil Layer Projects. And then Joe would say, and this is Romy Q, my life partner. So
did he really? That's funny.
So when Joe's on his spending spree, right? I was like, man, it really sucks we couldn't get Angel this poison ivy. Like I was convinced. I was like, it sucks that we couldn't get her the poison ivy. I was like, I'm gonna try to get her some I was like, maybe I can get her some Phoenix books, you know what I mean, or something. And then Joe was like, hey, what's going on, Rob?
Hey.
So at that point, Joe was like, well, she's a Gambit fan, isn't she? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, why don't you get her the first Gambit? I was like, nah, I don't know if we're gonna go that big. Like, just in my head, I was like, I was thinking about getting her a book. I don't know if I want to go several $100s into this thing. And
but you were about to spend $850 on yourself.
I didn't, but yes, I was about to, especially when I got the okay.
No, sir. I didn't do that, y'all.
I did that. So anyway, I told Joe, I was like, you mean the annual? I said, I got the annual last year in a dollar bin. It was like the biggest hit ever. I couldn't believe it. And he's like, no, he's like, get the actual first appearance. And I was like, I don't know if I'm prepared to do that. And he's like, man, that thing's only like $50, right? I was like, there's no way it's $50. So we end up pulling out our phones together. Between the two of us, we were able to get enough signal to Google freaking X-Men 266.
I just realized that. That's probably why you can't get signal at the cons.
Why?
Because they don't want you comparing prices.
Oh, do you think they're like
yes
the interference or something?
Yeah, that's pretty smart.
So anyways, so Joe pulls up, I don't know, key collector or something, and sure enough, it was saying like low end, it was $50 or $80 or something, and then a mid grade was like $180, and then like on the high end it might be like $260. Because I remember $260 because I was like,
Stop and drop there was
$266. I was like, it's $260. That's funny.
A
What's
little
that?
unannounced visitor.
Oh yes, yeah, that's exactly what it was. So
Some of the stories not just.
so we find out the average price for this, and I don't know, 4 feet
I didn't do it
away.
this time. He did it.
4 feet away, there's a stand, and Joe's like, "Hey, do you have the first gambit?" Right? Like, and there's two guys working it. They were in the same group, but you could tell like they each had a collection. And one guy's like, "Yeah, I've got a raw copy," and the other guy's like, I got a triple sign graded copy." He said it's an 8.5 or 9.0 or whatever it was. And Joe's like, "Oh, well, could I see it?" And so we're like looking at it, right? And Joe's got the raw one. I've got this triple sign Gambit book that I was like, dude, this is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I just didn't in my head. I didn't think it had come to this. Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, Lady Francis.
Yeah.
Night, you cock slamming fools.
Anyways,
You gotta play it at the end.
I know I will play that in.
You're not
So,
supposed to tell people.
so Joe's got this raw book, and I remember Joe's looking at it. He's like, "Man, this thing looks pretty good." And I was like, "Oh, don't say that." Like in my head, I was like, "Don't. You're not supposed to say something like that because you know what I mean. Like
Where's
you can't
the
work with
wiggle
them."
room?
Yeah. So literally, they gave us a price. I can tell you, the slab was a lot more than this freaking than what this raw book was. Yeah. And the guy was like, or Joe was like, "Do you have any wiggle room on the raw book?" The dude's like, "Absolutely not. That's my bottom price on
And
the
then
whole
they were
thing."
like, "We're done talking to you."
And so, right when he said it, the other dude was like, he's like, "I'll take $50 off my price," and Joe was like, "Sold." Right? And I was like, "Oh crap, okay." So I take out some money and I start counting it out, and Joe throws the credit card over, and the guy's like, "All right, thank you," and hands him the book. And I was like, "What?" Oh, okay. I was like, "Well, here, you take the money, right?" Because I had intentions at that point. I was like, "I'm buying the book," and Joe's like, he said something like, "No, I like screwing with the fair market value." He's like, "I like screwing with the fair market value." He's like, "I tell you what, you give me $50 for this, right?" And I was like, "Well, that doesn't make sense." No. And he's like, "Yeah," he's like, we'll mess with fair market value now. I can tell everybody that a Gambit one costs $50 if it's graded and triple signed and everything. And so I told the guy, I was like, "Well, okay." And he was like, "Look, we got witnesses for it." So Pocan Joe,
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Mr. Pocan Joe sold me a here, let me see it. X-Men 266. Again, triple signed by it says Chris Claremont, Andy Kubert, and Joe Rubenstein.
Thank you, Joe.
8.5.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
For $50. Which honestly is a book I've always wanted.
And now you don't have it because I do.
And literally, he was like, "No," he's like, this is for Angel." He's like, "You got a Trident. This is for Angel." And
I've slept with it every night. No, just kidding.
yeah. Anyway, so so yeah.
Oh, my hair is sticking up.
Oh wow, yeah, from this thing. So this was Pocan Joe story number 2, other than his, "Hey, you want to take a beer break?" So that happened.
Thank you.
Now we ran into a local artist that was there, and I think Joe showed a copy of this. I had him sign it as well, and he had a lot of female cover art that he had been working on. Oh yeah. So this is his
I'm
little
gonna,
info here.
is that Mrs. Incredible?
Yeah. Oh, the booty down here. So we picked up this. I think it was like $5.
Who's that?
I don't know. I don't know. He had a bunch of characters, but it was good. It was supporting a local artist.
Yeah, I'm sure that's why you bought it. Totally.
Supporting a local artist. Oh.
What? Taylor, you're the best.
What
And
did I miss
Tyler.
it? Oh, we got Draken here.
Stop!
What's going on? How you doing? Tyler's in here too. When was Tyler always here?
No.
You know where he's always at?
In your heart?
Right here.
Your nipple?
Now I picked up a couple of these. Ooh. Well, let me see if I can get that off.
Oh, I don't have my phone. So guess what I saw today?
What?
I went to a comic store and I walked in and nobody saw me because the shelves were too high. So I got to look without the, hey, can I help you? And then like standing over me, like looking at me like I'm going to like thief something or they don't know me.
Thief something.
Yeah. And I saw a life-size, humongous, like 12-foot statue of Hulk.
Okay. So this was Third Eye Fire. Oh, Third Eye Comics. Okay. These people here.
Get it? Because it's an eyeball and there's two eyes and it's an eyeball.
And I don't remember what everybody had deals. So this is the thing. You didn't even ask them. Like these say they're $9.99. I want to say he sold them each, or it was like he sold two of them for $10 and then gave me the third for free. But I picked up this Scotty Young book.
Scotty Young!
From Miss Angel.
I met that guy. He's pretty cool.
I picked up this book and it has Phoenix on it for Miss Angel. And then this was the one that I think you threw in.
I mean, and then Sexy Gambit. Okay, for real, guys. For real. All the ladies in here and all the fellas. Like, I mean, that dude's so sexy.
Hey, look at the back.
I can't really see it, but it's...
Thank you, DJ Links.
But seriously, like, you get a choice, all right? Let's say it's your birthday, right? And you get a choice. Who you gonna pick? This tool or the guy? I mean, for real. I mean, he's like manly and cool. This guy's just a big puss.
That's the coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane. Can I hear it again? Do you have time?
Shut up! Shush.
Gobble gobble whack bitches.
Did you just call me a bitch?
So,
all right.
These are a couple $5 pickups. I got Tales to Astonish 79.
Oh, you couldn't get it off?
And Tales to Astonish 74.
I didn't mean to say that. That's funny.
Banana hammock like Borat. Oh, okay. Hold on. Here we go.
He's got banana hammocks.
Yeah. Right there.
Because it's hard to keep all that in, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh gosh. So again, I picked up a couple Tales books that I didn't have. And then Joe and I went to this was actually at the same stand, and we found these GI Joe books where the guy's like,
y'all.
he's like he'll like be punching like a Nazi or something. Everybody's smiling. He's like super happy about it. Yeah, he's got like this face. And Joe said he wanted to find them, and sure we found a whole bunch of them. So he ended up buying a bunch of those, and I found some old Wonder Woman books, and I was like, yeah, let me grab a couple. 5, 10. Okay, so a couple of these were 10. One of them was 5. And again, they were giving us deals on all of them. But the guy, so I handed to the guy, and he was like, bondage, 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 bondage. I was like, come on, bro, you don't need to call me out on all this.
Who did that?
The guy selling them.
Oh, he said bondage, bondage.
Yeah, so I've got Wonder Woman 219. And this one says, look, what are you waiting for? I've made myself helpless.
Now kill me. Yeah, but look at that. She's not. She knows. She knows she's gonna win. Look at that smile. You don't smile like that when you're captured. It's like the Black Widow when she was sitting there all tied. Like, this guy's giving me everything. He's like,
this
I know
is
not
220. This is a classic.
I mean that
Wonder
one.
Woman cover.
That one, she's worried. That one, she's like, oh shit, I might do something crazy.
221.
And that one, she's scared. That's not a cool comic. Oh, he's grabbing her hair. Or is that a girl? Is that a lady? Dude, hey guys, look, it's Freddy Krueger.
And then 229, and this one might be the best one. This is a Nazi.
That is so
Nazi robot.
That is so obscene. You're gonna tell me that the
this is a Nazi robot guy,
and that's why
shooting a Nazi or a Nazi missile at her.
the only thing that would be great is if there was a guy standing over the missile holding it. That's obscene.
I smell like that one upside up.
Here on
Game, I
the
saw,
material
I sat on your
plane.
face.
All you-
What? Did you clip that? What a dick. Are you all right? Are you okay? You okay?
So anyway, anyways, hold on. We need Simon. We need Simon.
Yeah, this is the best ever. How about new?
So I picked up some more bondage covers to add to the collection because I am legitimately. I'm gonna have a long video. I want to go through the whole thing. It's not like a thing. It's just
Okay.
they're
So
famous covers.
yeah, So I want to just talk about this for one moment. Sensible choice and go with Slim. But see, here's the thing about him. I feel like he's the kind of person that checks your messages. That's all I'm saying. Like, he's like, who you talking to? You talking to Wolverine again? Are you talking to Gambit? I mean,
What? That was 12 minutes ago.
I know, but you were
That's
just
been
like
bugging you the whole time.
you were just like talking. So I had to say it.
Oh, it's a thing.
Cause like like he's gonna be like Gene, like even in the movie, he's like, Gene, what's going on? You shake the whole bedroom. Like, she's having a problem. Don't be such a dick.
All right, so
Is that it?
that was
Wait.
the haul. Yes, that was it. I think that's enough. All right. We had local artists.
Thank you, Pocan Joe.
We had bondage covers. We had a couple books. Tales to Astonish.
It was a 12-foot Hulk statue.
Some angel covers. This one's really cool. I love this one.
So sexy. That jawline.
And then the
Red demon eyes.
the $50 Pocan Joe triple sign special. Okay. All right. Okay, let me just put it over here. We just
It even smells like Gambit.
all right.
I know what that means. That's funny.
So so that was it. That was the haul. Pretty good.
You mean that was it for the Comic-Con?
One day I went for Saturday. That was it. Yeah, that was it.
And then of course you
I think about 5 o'clock.
guys decided to go to the dinner, and then you went home and went to bed, right?
Yes. Yeah. So so yeah, about 5 o'clock. I was like, how long does this thing run? Maybe about 4:30. I was like, hey, how long does this thing run? And I think somebody said, oh, it goes till 7 or something. And oh, okay.
Right? Like aggressively relaxing. I agree with you. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's dead. I can't say that.
Go ahead. You want to talk badly about?
No,
Dead
not
person.
badly. No, I was just saying Bob Saget is like Cyclops when he got older.
Lady Fanta.
I'm just really high.
How baked are you right now? I wish I was baked right now.
Yeah, so I think about 5 o'clock. Joe and I are like, we I think we had text John. We're like, hey, let's meet up for dinner. After con shenanigans. We'll commence in like an hour.
I'm trying to think of what I had for dinner that night.
I had cheese fries, bro.
Oh, I'm
anyways, we said we meet up in an hour, and I'll be honest with you, I think I went to the hotel and fell asleep for a little bit.
You did.
And might have woke up a couple minutes before we had to get out. That's
neither do I.
Neither do I.
Oh, I've got a drink coming up. It's called the Scarlet Witch. I know it's like past Halloween, but like shit happened.
So anyways, we were gonna meet up about 6 o'clock and get some dinner.
6:30.
6:30. Meet up, get some dinner. And Joe says, Joe got there Thursday, so Joe had been there for about 2 days. He was able to check out the whole lay of the land. He said he's been going to the thing for years anyways. Oh no, it's just getting started. So anyways, so we were like, yeah, we're gonna go out to dinner. And,
knock it off. Sorry. Hello.
We met up at 6:30. I brought my jacket because it's Baltimore, and I was like,
oh, come.
sorry about that. So do I need to go up with this?
They don't care. They don't fear you. They don't fear anybody.
The trident.
Why'd you lock him out?
All right. So yeah, 6:30 meet up for dinner. Joe says that it's he's like, yeah, I know this place. It's called Power Plant Live. They've got a bunch of like places we can have some drinks at and eat some food. The lovely Miss Angel will be back. Okay, and she is. All right. So anyways, Power Plant Live. Joe was like, "Yeah, we'll go there. We'll have a couple cocktails. Maybe get some food, no problem."
Cocktails.
It was early. I want to say it was a pretty good walk, but I was exhausted from being up all night, anyways. And so we get to this little, I don't know, it's a well lit area. Go into
Is it real?
like a diner style bar, and order some drinks. You know what I mean? Everybody ordered some drinks. And I was like, yeah, I need to get something to eat, like off the rip. I was like, I want to get some cheese fries. Somebody ordered some tater tots. We got appetizers. You know what I mean?
Ooh. Excuse me, I'll be back.
No, just stop. Just stop doing it. You're going to drive me crazy.
And then there's that. All right. Yeah, so WandaVision announcement. Did I miss it? No, we're still working on the story here. We had some technical difficulty. No, it wasn't kids. Yeah, it was kids. It was kids.
I'm videotaping this for scientific research. This shit'll be on the Discovery Channel.
Yep, that's exactly what it was. Ain't they great? Actually, I prefer to think of it as.
Isn't it weird though when you have a kid and all your dreams and hopes just go right out the window?
Kids, right? So you don't want to get them inside to the radiator. Oh man, let's see here. Drank like 4 Maryland mules in that place. So good. Found out what a Maryland mule was. Very delicious. Oh, really? Hold on. What did I miss here? Oh, Roscoe, what's going on? So sorry, bud. If I had 2 Maryland mules, would have been on the floor. So, yeah, I've never had one of those before. Don't even know what that is, but I will tell you it was pretty good. When we decided that we were going to have some drinks, I think I just had a beer, honestly. Joe had a Maryland mule or a few. I had a beer. I think I had a soda after that and a water. Now, I think about the time that we were finishing up, oh, hold on. Well, maybe that's what I need to try then. I think that about the time that I had the water was when everything turned into a all right, we're probably going to call it type of deal. Jim and John finished up their appetizers, finished up their beers, and said, "You know what? I think we're going to call it a night." And so Joe,
smart ones.
Oh wow.
Knows what's happening.
I'm just saying that's why I kill it just for an occasion like that.
What the heck is this?
I got a request for cake. That's the box. Thank you.
That's not for you.
Anyway, so I can't have a sip.
You can have a sip.
So again, I had a water. I think everybody called me a punk.
Yeah, I would have called you wrong.
Jim, John said, you know what, we're gonna pack it up. We did have, good time hanging out with everybody though. Again, having some appetizers, drinking some beers, hanging out with the fellas. Baltimore Comic Con. It was great.
Huh? Did you know that, Jeremy?
What?
Apparently, if you give kids opium, they go right to sleep.
Yeah, I saw that.
I wonder if that works for adults too.
Hold on, Chris. That's why I sent mine out of state to college, empty house. Oh yeah.
That's why we go out of college, so that we can do party stuff, and then the parents don't know, and then they think you're good kids. I mean, that's what I hear, anyways.
So I have my water. We say, guys, Jim and John said we're gonna call it a night, and they left. Which sadly, I don't think I got to see them the next morning because I ended up leaving. So, but again, it was a lot of fun hanging out.
Yeah, well, maybe if you weren't so tired and went home and went to bed.
Give it a shot. So after they left, Joe said, hold on, what? Oh, I imagine the worst. Yeah, it could be anything. So after Jim and John left, Joe was like, hey, no. We haven't gotten there yet. Joe was like, hey, why don't we go next door and we'll get a drink? They had this was like a diner. They had a Kiss band setting up.
Is that right?
No. They were dressed like Kiss. They didn't sing any Kiss. They sung weird. They sung like Lady Gaga and stuff. It was weird. They sounded horrible. Joe was like, let's leave. We'll go next door. We'll get a drink. That was where I took my Instagram photo numero chicken heads. Oh, shoot. Number 3. I think it was called Kraken Rum.
Yeah.
This was a bar / axe throwing.
Because what goes better with alcohol than axes? Duh.
It was a bar / axe throwing facility. I don't know.
I just want y'all to notice the glow, because I've been away from my family for so long and I'm so full of energy.
So
and then I've gotten back to this and that.
Then there were 2. Yes, that was my Instagram post. Then there were 2. So we walk in and hold on, here we go. Kiss come. Yeah. No,
you wouldn't.
Yeah,
Apparently
they were no
bad.
good. They were no good. But we go next door. We walk in and instantly Joe's like, what's the limit? Or what, he's like,
you guys totally forgot.
What limit are we cut off from axe throwing?
Can we get to that limit?
And the lady's like, I don't know. She grabs some of the guy's like, it's a 3-drink maximum. And I think he could tell we already had a couple drinks already.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe even kind of was like, all right, but what about like
a professional?
Like that's 3 here, but like what about before? And it was a pretty good setup. Now we didn't do any axe throwing.
Oh, that's good, because I might have gotten a different call.
But basically it was 3 lanes. I want to say it was maybe 20, 25 feet. You know, they had axe throwing, and on the other side, it was an open bar. It was great. Well, not open bar, but it was in a bar setup. Yes, they did. They had axes.
Almost blocked her.
They had axes. So at this point, it was rum and cokes. Joe's drinking.
Kraken is a good rum.
I don't know. He got weird craft beers. They were like just unusual flavors of craft beers,
like strawberry blonde ale.
Yeah, we did some drinking at the bar. At the Axe bar, we did do some drinking. We talked about the rap battles. We kind of like just reminisced a little bit, caught up, old friends, and we had a few drinks. Now, while this is going on, I hear music outside pumping. That's
a terrible
nuts. Whatever I hear is it's a party going on. There's a party.
They did put me in the corner.
Now, what I thought was the way that it was set up, it was like a collection of bars and restaurants, and then in the middle, they had it was blocked off, but I thought it was just like a dance floor. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And Joe was like, give this a little bit, and you're gonna see what happens here. Wait, give it a little bit, and this place will fill out. You're gonna see what happens. Now I didn't know this, but while we were in there, drinking,
-5.
there was now they were now IDing people and charging people to get in, and there was a line to get into this. Again, it was like an open mall. Like it wasn't a bar. I mean, it was like a collection of bars and restaurants.
So you're saying it's like a food court for adults?
And so anyways, we have our drinks, and Joe's like, it was like, all right, well, let's go check this out. Now, keep in mind, this is Baltimore Comic-Con. So you have the cosplay. It's Halloween weekend. So you have the costumes. I can tell you.
I like how you define the difference. Like,
I'm just saying it was perfect storm for dress up. Okay, it was a perfect storm for dress up.
I missed it all.
Now, I didn't know Baltimore got down like this. But, actually, hold on. I got a video. This I do have a video of. I've got a video. It's about 3 minutes. I'm going to play this. All right, now this is Joe and I walking. First, we walk up the stairs into this horseshoe area so you can kind of see what's going on. We walk upstairs into a smaller facility, and then there's another shot of us walking through, and then from above.
Roll that footage.
This is Power Plant Live. Check this out.
I don't mean no disrespect, but no way. I can't listen to you, I do this my own way. This is not a game, no, I don't play. And you was a game before, so now it's no way. No way. No way. No way. Don't ask me for this, don't ask me for that. There's ice in the safe, get ice if you can. I might flick my wrist, I might flip a stack. I might steal your chick, and then give her back. No, don't ask me for nothing, no, I'll tell you no way. Cause I know who's fake and who's really here to stay. This is not a game I did not come to play. And you should know my answers already, no way. I don't mean no disrespect, but no way. I can't listen to you, I do this my own way. This is not a game, no, I don't play. And you wasn't game before, so now it's no way. No way. No way. No way. No, don't ask me for nothing, no, I'll tell you no way. Cause I know who's fake and who's really here to stay. This is not a game I did not come to play. And you should know my answers already, no way. Don't ask me for that, cause I'm still the safe. Get ice if you can. I might flip my wrist, I might flip a stack. I might steal your chick, and then give her back. I don't mean no disrespect, but no way. I can't listen to you, I do this my own way. This is not a game, no, I don't play. And you wasn't game before, so now it's no way. No, I don't mean no disrespect, but no way. I can't listen to you, I do this my own way. This is not a game, no, I don't play. And you wasn't game before, so now it's no way. No way. No way. No way. Don't ask me for this, don't ask me for that. There's ice in the safe, get ice if you can. I might flip my wrist, I might flip a stack. I might steal your chick, and then give her back. No, don't ask me for nothing, no, I'll tell you no way. Cause I know who's fake and who's really here to stay. This is not a game I did not come to play. And you should know my answer already know way. I don't mean no disrespect, but no way. I can't listen to you, I do this my own way. This is not a game, no, I don't play. And you was a game before, so now it's no way. No way. No way. No way. Don't ask me for...
I hate you both so much.
So,
damn it, Pocan Joe.
So essentially, it was like a 1999 rave. Like
I didn't get to go on the raves in the 90s. Damn it.
They had every character you could imagine.
I saw you were stalking those two girls like I was creeper.
There was a Scarface
Creeper.
in the bathroom offering bumps of cocaine. Okay. By the way, at that point, when the cocaine Scarface guy was introduced, I was starting to feel the drinks a bit. Now I ordered cherry bomb because I wanted the Red Bull. I was like, all right, this will help. Now Joe then it was like, cherry bomb, what's that? And I was like, it's cherry vodka and Red Bull. And he's like, oh, okay, princess. Right? I was like, you know what? And the bartender's like, so you just want one? I was like, give me two. So she pours two. Now these were drinks. I thought she was gonna give me like a shot. They
don't
drinks.
give the shots anymore.
And Joe poured them both into the same thing, and then I chugged it. Then he was like, well, why the hell did you do that? He's like, I was like, well, you call me a princess. He's like, well, you just chugged two of them. Now you're a queen. I was like, damn it. I was like, damn it. Like, I just couldn't. I couldn't. That song slammer. Thank you. So anyway, I couldn't win with Joe because neither one of us were going to go with Scarface and do cocaine in the bathroom. And apparently the cherry bombs were a bad idea. So I think I'd switch back to my rum and coke deal at that point. And yeah, we enjoyed a bit of the 1999 style rave in the middle of Baltimore, filled with people dressed in costumes.
Were you admiring the men's costumes as well, or just the ladies? Look at that guilty laugh.
So
look at that guilty laugh. He can't even.
Ironically, one of the biggest costumes amongst the ladies, for whatever reason, a cow? Sexy cow? Is that a new thing? Some with tails, some without tails. But cows, white.
Because of their udders.
With black spot, no udders. Just cow. I didn't get that. Joe started getting a bit loud.
About the cows?
No. So, for instance, this guy comes over. That
is kind of weird. They're like, hey, what's up, cow?
We're hanging out.
That is like the insult right there. If somebody's like, oh, man, you're such a bitch, it's like, thank you. But if they call you a heifer.
Moo moo, yeah. No udders. so anyways,
this guy's cracking himself up.
We're sitting, we're hanging out, right? And this guy comes over. He's like a creeper. And
you mean, is he like more of a creeper than
I don't know what he was doing, but he looked over at us, right? And
he looked at you?
Hold on.
How dare he?
I'm telling you, Joe and I were deep in the stories.
Cowgirls. That's clever.
Maybe cowgirls. There you go. And Joe was like, he's like, this dude looks like a vampire, right? But he wasn't dressed like a vampire. Well, he was dressed like a vampire. It wasn't his costume. Well, then the guy ends up walking past us.
Is it like a Buffy vampire?
He just looked creepy, right? Well, Joe starts calling him Vlad. So the guy would like walk just innocently to like get a drink, and he'd come back over, and then Joe would be like, oh, here comes Vlad again. Or like we got caught in a line, and there's a couple of the cows in front of us, and they're like checking them because different areas that you go to, they would check you to like, yeah, make sure you don't have a gun or something. Well, these girls don't have anything. They're just a cow. And Joe's like, some girls ended up, they thought they could sneak past because they had nothing, right? And instantly security's like, no, we're going to check you. Well, then they got to check these girls. So it was essentially a cut. You know what I mean? Because they try to just walk past, like, hey, I'm just in this skimpy
Yeah.
outfit. And the securities were like, nah, this ain't gonna happen. Well, then Joe's
Your
like,
skimpy doesn't affect us.
all right, we'll just wait here. We'll just hang out because you wanted to dress like a cow. Like, everybody else waiting to get security checks was like laughing. Like he's cracking up the crowd because he's making fun of all these cows that are walking around. The boo-boos. And fucking Vlad, who kept bothering us. It was like, Joe is the best. All right. The filter came off. And honestly,
Joe has a filter.
he was 100% correct with a lot of the costumes that we were.
He has a filter. I didn't know he had a filter. You have a filter? I didn't know that, bro.
Fearless State burned his cow. So yeah. So anyways, we hung out at the 1999 style rave for a bit longer, had some drinks, and I told Joe, I don't know what time. Time is irrelevant at this moment where we're at. I was like, Joe, we got to get some food. I've had cheese fries.
I forgot about my point.
What's your point? Go ahead.
I don't have a point.
I was like, I've had cheese fries and
he gonna die.
Yeah, I was just,
they gonna kill you, Lana.
I need something.
Yeah, through an axis.
So we asked a couple of the bars, like, hey, who serves food around here? They're kind of leading us every which way. Now, Joe goes to, there's a door in the middle. There's like a rave, and then there's two doors, and there's a big dude watching the two doors. Joe walks up to the guy at the doors. He's like, hey, Joe. And the other guy's like, hey, Joe. And I realize you guys know each other, right? Like, yeah. I don't know how Joe knows the doorman, Joe. I have no idea how Joe and Joe met, but apparently in the days leading up to this and or years that he's been going to this event, he knew Joe. And so Joe he asked him like, hey, we were looking for food, all these, all the other places there. Doesn't seem like they have anything good. What do you suggest? And he's like, you can go through the doors, right? These secret doors that lead to whatever. He's like, you can go through these doors. And when you get to the end of the hallway, you'll be in the street alley, make a right, and then there's like a pizza place up here, right? And who doesn't know Joe? Exactly. So I was like, sweet, pizza, awesome. So we go down this guy's guarding two doors that literally is a hallway, nothing else. Like I was like, is this a setup? Like, are we gonna get robbed? Like, who thinks of this? Like, who thinks to guard these doors? And why is this hallway in the middle of this rave? And where does this go? It sure enough leads us out to an alley.
That's where the people leave and don't come back.
Best thing happened when Joe's alone. A league of Joes on the other side of the door.
That would be so bad.
Hey,
that would be so
for
dangerous.
real. So, hey.
Oh gosh.
So,
my foot is numb.
Now I will tell you this. I think I've said it before, but when I go out with Pocan Joe, I rest at ease. Okay, like I stand a little taller, chest is out a little more. You know what I mean? I feel stronger. Like I kind of, yeah. I feel like I'm bulletproof at that point. Like,
are you a man's man?
Yeah, I'm with Pocan Joe. Like, what's the worst that can happen? Like somebody tries something and he's got to take down a whole group of people. Like Pocan Joe, like he like pulls a cord, like missiles come out or something. Like you can't mess with Pocan Joe. And I just in my head, I was like, I've always felt invincible when I'm around him. And that leads to
bad decisions.
That leads to bad things while going to get that pizza alley door crazy. Pocan Joe is street great. Yeah. So anyway, so we get to the end of the hallway into this alley. The guy specifically said, turn right, and around the back of where this rave was, there was pizza. So Joe's like, all right, let's go left.
That's right, geek out Roscoe. That's right, Roscoe.
So Joe's like,
Remy Queen in the house.
yeah. Exactly. So Joe's like, let's go left. Right? I was like, it's Pocan Joe. He has not done me wrong so far. He took me to a 90s style rave in the middle of Baltimore I never knew existed. I never would have known it existed. We can't go wrong. We turn left. We make a right. We make another right. We see lights. And Joe's wisdom of the night was, if you're ever lost, look for the neon lights. You can't go wrong with neon lights.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah. So after the random alley walkthrough with Pocan Joe,
You guys are so lucky you're laughing.
we follow the lights. Now
Were they
I'm gonna tell
flashing
you,
lights?
there were some flashing lights down there. The street corner we found ourselves on.
Was it the Boulevard of Broken Dreams?
It was rough. It was a rough environment. I can tell you, I've never been on a street corner like this.
Yes.
I've seen it in
Yes,
movies
Chris.
before. It was pretty rough. There were cops there.
They ain't the cops that gonna help you though.
I was gonna so this sounds like this. There were police officers there. I didn't feel like they offered any sort of assurance that things just at any moment couldn't go south.
And they're making some deals.
This was a bad part of town. Like flat out, it's a bad part of town. And the thing was, the street was just people were just hanging out on the streets, and don't forget the chicken, bro. I'm getting the chicken strips.
You forgot my phone call. You forgot the phone call.
So, fine. What's your phone call?
No, you were there.
So I don't remember the phone call.
I was like, what are you doing? And you're like, he's like, I hear Pocan.
Waved to Pervy Joe.
I heard he was like, I hear Pocan Joe in the back, we're gonna get arrested tonight or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And I was like,
yeah, when I posted that, like, keep your bail, that was legit. I thought that was legit.
And I was like, oh, I want to get arrested with y'all.
To put this corner in perspective, all right, look, it was
That's what he said. This shit was straight from the wires. I don't know.
There was one road, and then there was this alley that met. It was like a T. Okay. To my right, at this corner,
to the right,
was the Pussycat Club. All right. With big neck guy at the front. All right.
Big neck guy or no neck guy?
Random people walking.
Are they in costume?
Cops that, again, didn't give me too much reassurance. Across the street, you had hookah bar. I think there was Hip Hop Fish.
Hip Hop.
There was.
Who would go to a club called Hip Hop Fish?
Lust. There was another gentleman's club, anonymous name.
You know what's so crazy?
And then there was this chicken shack.
You know what's so crazy?
Yeah, go on.
I'll be like, hey, babe, let's go to that place I like. That's right. Yeah. And I was like, you're like, what place? I don't know the name of that place.
Drac, that's this. That's where we're at. All right. That's where we're at. It was like train yard, right? It was a train yard.
Is this where they're like
streets?
This is like the police, and they walk and they give you like $5, and they're like, all right, tell me what you know.
The police, if something was going down, I'm telling you, these guys they wouldn't have even known. AirPods were in, they were hanging out. Like, we have to make an appearance here. They were not helping. Anyways, so Joe's like, all right, you're hungry. We got to go to this chicken shack, right? Now, this place was pretty busy. They were pretty quick. Smelled unbelievable.
Right next to the Hip Hop Fish.
Yeah, they had fried chicken and they had chicken tenders. Told the guy I wanted chicken tenders. He's like, you want 4 tenders? And I look at the menu. I was like, I want 14 tenders. Right? Like, give me 14.
14?
I was thinking I was going to share them with Joe. Like, I was like, all right, Joe can have 7. I'll have 7. You know. Awesome chicken tenders. Joe's behind me. He ends up getting his own meal. So then I'm sitting there with 14 chicken tenders on possibly one of the worst street corners in America. And there was a moment where we both were like,
what the fuck are
it doesn't get any better than this. Like after a night of heavy drinking.
You totally did.
Yep, hip hop fish. Yeah, after a night of heavy, we support local business. After a night of heavy drinking, I was hungry. I hadn't gotten to eat all day, but I'm telling you, these chicken tenders, I would go back
just for the chicken tenders.
Just for the chicken tenders, phenomenal food. I think I ate all 14. No, I had a couple left because Joe was making fun of me. He's like, well, "You got 14
Did you give him the Crystal?
Chicken tenders?" No, so
down the road
they had trash cans. Now, the one that was on the side of the street that we were at was overflowed so much. It was obscene. Like, I was like, we can't throw our trash in this dumpster that's in the middle of the road here. So we decided to walk to the other corner of the same street, but to the other side, because it looked like their trash can was a little less full. Which at this point, when we were on the other side, finished eating, it was like, all right, well, we have basically 2 options now. We can go hookah bar, which I didn't think was going to happen, or strip club. Like, this is where we're at. You know?
And Jeremy's like, hookah bar.
No.
Pocan Joe's like, strip club.
No, I was like, strip club. We got to go to strip club. But then there comes the question, are we going Big Neck Pussycat Club? Do we go to Lust?
Yes.
Whatever that is.
Yes. That's.
Do we go to Anonymous Place here? Or
Hip Hop Fish? You went to Hip Hop Fish?
No. Hip Hop Fish was an actual fish place.
Oh.
It wasn't a strip club.
That's what it sounds like to me.
It wasn't a strip.
What is wrong with you?
No.
So then a door opens and a guy comes out. There's stairs. He's coming out of the ground. I don't know. I can't explain it. There was another secret door that led into a subterranean facility. It was an underground building. Okay, it was a big guy named Joe too. Probably Danky Strip Club in a basement for the win. Yes. So we asked we ended up talking to the guy for, I don't know, 5 seconds, and both of us were convinced, yeah, we're gonna follow this dude into this basement to this strip club.
Because what could happen?
How much does it cost? $10, you know. Joe throws the guy some money.
Like, here's just
here, take money. We will follow you randomly into this basement. I can hear music, right? So I mean, something's happening.
You know what that sounds like? That scene in Blade when they go to the strip club and then they all.
I think I would have felt safer in the scene of Blade. Club Blood or whatever it was called. Yeah, so we went down there. I think on the way down, Joe said, he was like, what y'all got down here? And the guy's like, we got black girls down here, man. Come on. Right? That's exactly what he said. Come on. I was like, this is the best that ever could happen. Like, I don't know what to expect when we get to the end of these stairs, but if a gun shoots me in the head and I'm done, at least I could go out like this and know that Pocan Joe and I randomly went into the basement of some alleyway strip club.
Dude, he's gonna be like, He's gonna be like Brad Pitt, get shot in the head and be in the yoga class.
Yeah.
I have to take the other part of my brain and heal it.
So we get down into this basement, and I've always considered like trying to think how I can word this.
Come on, let's be
PC. Out of a gentleman's club, I prefer a less invested facility.
Are you talking about dirty strip club?
Go to dirty strip club. Yeah, I'm trying to think like a dirty strip club. You know what I'm talking about? South Sides.
You ain't never been to South Sides.
Southside Johnny's?
Yeah.
Been there multiple times.
What?
Multiple times.
You better check yourself.
Multiple times. Yeah.
Is that why you like me?
Oh, God.
Oh my God. Do you think I'm a trashy broad? Oh, that sucks. Wow, that sucks, y'all.
Anyways, I don't know where that came. I don't know where you're going with that.
I may be.
So we
I
go.
may be born. Wait, but fancy is my name, y'all.
So, place was the worst. It was great. Yeah. Yes. So we get in this place, and basically it's a U-shaped bar, if you want to call it a bar. Everything was homemade. It was homemade. They didn't have a bar. It was wood that they had put together. They had some neon lights. Dudes playing music.
What kind of music?
I don't know. I don't know the music. It just was noise. It was noise. It wasn't good music. Like, I mean, I like music, but it was loud. It didn't make sense what was going on.
Oh yeah, because the people that go to strip clubs are like, you have any Chopin?
Possibly one of the worst strippers I've ever seen is on the floor, right?
That's so mean. They gotta start somewhere.
I'm telling you. Angel, this was bad. This was really bad. Like, we walked in, we're like, oh. Like I thought it was a show. I didn't know I was going to get a show. Now, they did have they had a pole. The pole's not being used. It was neon light. I think they invested everything in the pole. This, like, I didn't know they had neon light. I mean, you know, usually they have like a rotating pole. They might have a stationary pole, different sizes. This one was stationary, and it had lights going in it, and it would like do graphics and stuff. They put all their money in the pole, ran out, and they were just like, "The hell with it, we're opening." Yeah, give my money to go in and shit. Yeah, so
DIY strip club.
So the bartender,
how to build a strip club.
The bartender
didn't drink the beer.
She looked like Storm. The bartender did.
What do you mean?
Joe was like, we got Storm as a bartender.
She had white hair.
Yeah. I think the bartender might have been the best looking girl in the place. Like, no joke. Y'all went wrong with the bartender versus the strippers. These ladies were done.
Well, they gotta retire somewhere, Joe.
So we ordered a couple beers.
You drank beers from this place?
Yeah.
You're like, you didn't get poisoned.
We didn't care. I didn't care what I was. Yeah, I'll take a drink. So we get a couple beers, and a couple girls come up from behind Joe and I, and they climb onto the maybe 8-inch bar that's in front of us and start to dance, like on the bar, right here. So you got girl in the middle, and then you got anonymous people that came and started dancing. And Joe gave each of them $20. Right? And he was like, ladies, want to talk with my friend, and we're not interested. You need to go.
Damn, Joe. He's like, not today, bitches. They're just trying to make a living, Joe.
He gave him $20. Like he just said,
why you
he could have just been like, hey, get the hell out of here.
Why you gotta be so heartless?
Gave him a tip. Yeah. And so
here's $20. Be gone.
Yes. The girl who's on my part of the bar, she scooted over to the other three gentlemen over here. Now I will tell you this. Meat curtain slapping, yes. There were no limits. There was no limits here. There was no security. It wasn't like we need to be careful about this touching this here or anything. I'm not saying anything hardcore was going on, but yeah, everything was out. Everybody's having a good time.
Everything was out.
Yes. I'm telling you, I look over and I was like, all right, everything's out right here. And Joe's like, yeah, it's getting pretty serious over there right now. But he essentially.
So you're basically saying that they were fancy hookers.
No, that's what I said. There was nothing hardcore. I'm just saying it wasn't.
Sanitary?
Yeah.
And you came home and brought your dirty stuff in my house?
All right. Anyways, Joe was basically paying these women to leave us alone. We want to enjoy the, enjoy beer.
Ooh, chicken
hang out and enjoy the atmosphere a bit. I wasn't chicken tenders. Let's talk about it.
Let's not.
Yeah. So I don't want to say the strip club was a bust, but it wasn't a good show, is all I'm trying to say. Wasn't a good show. I will say again, I thought that in the etiquette of strip clubs, we were proper enough. Again, everybody got tips. I mean, it wasn't like it wasn't like we went in there and did anything too obscene or whatnot.
What'd you tell me if you did?
What, in the strip club? I'm talking about from the perspective of, it's not like we just went in there and we were like, oh,
see him dodge that question.
Hold on. I'm trying to explain. I'm trying to tell you something here because you're taking this somewhere else. I'm saying if you go into a strip club, even if you're not you still need a tip. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, it wasn't like we went in there and we were like, oh, this is a horrible show.
So what you're telling me is you've been to so many strip clubs, you know the proper etiquette, and you're a connoisseur.
You know this. Don't act like because of these people, don't buy this. Yes, I've been to plenty of gentleman establishments.
Try to put some class into it. Gentleman establishments.
Well, you're the one that's trying to play it off like this is the first time you've ever heard of your husband doing something like this.
I can't even believe
No, this is the first time I went with Pocan Joe. That's what's up? How you doing? At what point did you go to the casino? All right, strip club closes.
Oh my God, you haven't even gotten to that point. Oh my God, these people have to go to bed.
Strip club closes.
This is such
lights come on. Joe's like, what the hell are the lights coming on for? Storm's like shutting down shop.
Somebody lost a ring.
Late, you know what I mean? And
somebody lost the ring.
Nah, wasn't that? Somebody might have lost the ring, but that's not why they closed down. I want to say it was like 2:30. They shut down. 2:30. They shut it down. We end up going upstairs, and all of a sudden, the shady street now is lit up. There's more police, and
you gotta
all the clubs are dumping out.
You got to make sure the strippers get home.
I'm just saying, all the clubs were dumping out because I guess 2:00 when they shut everything down.
Oh yeah, because it's Maryland.
I didn't know that.
Remember?
I told Joe, I was like, in North Carolina, if it's booming, they'll keep that thing going.
Yeah, but remember in Virginia, it's 2:00. Can't go home, but you can't stay here.
Yeah, but Virginia's a Commonwealth. Everything's different there.
No, it's still.
I didn't expect there to be a 1999 style rave either, and they had that shit going.
But Virginia.
And there were all kinds of half-naked people walking around there.
Everything shuts down at 2. They can't stop. They can't serve alcohol after 2, and they stop liquor at 11:40 or beer at 11:45.
Whatever it was, 2:30, we go back up the stairs, and the streets are now filled with randos.
Randos?
With randos leaving these bars. And Joe flags down some people and was like, all right, where's the party at?
He didn't say it like that.
He said, all right, where's the party at?
Oh, my God.
And they said, oh, you can go here or nothing. I think they said casino.
And you guys were like, what?
Now, the casino was something that we had talked about earlier in the day while having beers. So the idea was, if everything else fails, we can at least go gamble. Once they said casino, Joe Pocan Joe got a twinkle in his eye. And he says to me, let's go make some bad decisions. I was like, all right. How do we get there? And I would think the casino's maybe 3 miles away.
You guys walked?
No.
Okay. I was going to say.
We got an Uber.
Good for you.
We had to walk 2.5 blocks out from where we were at.
So the
Uber would be able to pick us up. Uber does not exist at the corner that we were at. Uber does not exist. I will never leave early again. Yeah, Uber will not travel to this block that we were at.
Like probably Orange Blossom.
They literally were like, you got to go 2 blocks over, 1 block up, and then wait at this spot, which happened to be
and
creepy
then jump
too.
through the window.
I'm telling you, they were not getting anywhere close to where we were at. So we had to walk out from the trenches to catch an Uber. Catch a Uber, go to the casino. Joe asked me,
what kind of person takes
he's like, all right, so
and then what kind of person picks up these?
we're going to the casino. Let's be smart about it. Even though we were making bad decisions, he's like, let's be smart about it. We're taking some money, like what's your limit type of thing. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't know, man. I was like, I'll probably gamble, like $100. Thinking by now it's probably like 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, how much gambling are we going to do? Instantly, I could tell Joe was dissatisfied with that answer. And I was like, like 200, like I've got more cash in my pocket. Like, I don't know, how much do I need to spend when we go to this place? I'm not going to say the number that Joe said, but would tell you he was for real. Like, we were going to go gambling. This was going to be for real. I had 2 options for casinos. Supposedly there was the nice casino where we would spend a little more money, or there was the not so nice casino, but they had cheaper tables that we could play at. I told him we're going to slum it. I want to more bang for the buck.
Why go upper class now?
We're going to slum it. Absolutely. We just came from the basement.
Strip club.
We came from a basement of anonymous
you
building.
You know what? They probably had to shut down because Mama was coming home. She was getting off her shift. Not judging the working girls. You do you, boo.
So in following suit with Joe's let's make bad decisions. Now, Joe was very nice. He gave me the option many times through the night. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? And I told him, I was like, listen, we're ride or die. This is the Joe experience. I'm following you wherever we go. Like, you lead the way. I don't want to sway you in any way. So we hit up the casino, get a couple drinks first.
Clearly you needed something.
Walk around, try to find ourselves a little bit. Figure out where we're going to go. Now, Joe wanted to play some blackjack. Nick, what's going on, bud? Joe wanted to play some blackjack. Apparently, there's like a million types of blackjack that you can play. The one that he wanted to play, I want to say it was like $100 table that I was trying to, I think he had said at one point he might be able to have them switch it, but I was like, all right, Joe, don't, again, trying to be the voice of reason. Like, we'll get stupid with our money, but let's at least stretch it out a piece. And we landed at Craps.
Yes.
Rolling the dice. I know. I told him. I was like, this is Angel's deal.
Woo! Sorry.
I got a couple $100 in chips. I think Joe got a couple $100 in chips. We ended up playing a game, kind of back and forth. I'm putting in low bets. 25. I think 25 was the minimum. Putting in $25 bets every now and then winning. Now, Joe, again, kind of like he did with Vlad, he starts getting a little loud with the people that are there. Now, there's a lady at the end. She's dressed all in black. She has a black mask on, like a hospital mask, but it's like all black.
Oh, that's so weird.
And she's like doing this thing where she takes the dice, she spins it on the table, flips them, bounces it, and then tosses them. And he's like,
What the fuck?
why is she doing all that?
That's her.
And
That's her.
why does she look like a ninja? Right? Now, the first time I was like, I laughed and I was like, that's pretty funny. This chick looks like a ninja. But I think it really bothered Joe because, again, she did the thing again. He's like, I still don't understand why she looks like a ninja. Right? Now, this time, the stick man looks over. I was like, oh, shit. He's being loud enough people can hear him talking about how this lady looks like a ninja. Now, truth be told, she was winning some money. Like, every time she was hitting that thing. So it was like, let's go. You know what I mean? I'm doing a little $25 bets. Now, Joe, hold on, never played craps before. Yeah, never. Yeah, well, and so that was the thing is Joe's there. Now, the funny thing about Joe, though, because he's a mad scientist, everyone wins the craps, baby. Yep. It was a lot of fun, but Joe starts getting into
Crazy things.
the math.
Oh my god.
Okay. Because instantly he sees
the
I could see it working. Yeah, like Pocan
Did he
Joe.
just like Sherlock Holmes?
3 o'clock in the morning. He's been drinking all night. He sees numbers across the board, and it's like he starts scanning everything, and he's figuring out the mathematical
equation, probability.
All right, she shot a 10. Right, and he starts working it out, and I was like, all right, Joe, but there's only so many ways it can land on 10.
Yeah.
And so it was one of those where I was like, you can have a 6 and a 4. And then he's like, yeah, but the one that landed on 6 could land on 4. And the other one that landed on 4 could land on 6. So you actually have to double the odds against the roll. And I was like, what? Like, literally, he was breaking down the horn bet, all the hard ways. He's figuring out, like the probability for if it lands on 6. They had 30 to 1. Now he's asking questions because, like you said, he hadn't played it before. Yeah, Rain Man. That's what it was. Didn't know how to play the game, but Joe was going to figure out mathematically what chance is it going to be that this person is going to land on 6. Now, in doing so, I think he ended up losing a bunch of money. Now, he was up. Okay? He got up. And I'm going to tell you, Joe put the bet of the night down. I don't know what it was. I don't want to say what it was. Put a decent amount of money on the pass line. Took a whole bunch of green chips. They're all $25 chips. I think at one point he was like, all right, I'm done playing craps. We're just going to put it all out there and see what happens. And let that shit go. Now, when we got done, there we go, right there. When we got done with that, he was like, we still need to make some bad decisions. We go back through, look for blackjack, can't find that. He's like, we'll do roulette.
Number 2 game.
Easy, right? How many green chips? It was a lot. Big stack. Joe put it down. Stack behind it. Boom. Put it back down. I think they're going to hit an 8. Now, he was doing good. He was doing good. Now, we sit down to roulette, and I was like, all right, easy. We're going to do red and black. I'm going to do the low bet again. Now, I'm up like $100. And I think at one point I told Joe, I'm probably going to stop. Uber was that 3-mile Uber was expensive. I was like, we're spending a lot of money here. Like, why don't I might take my $100. And Joe's like, no, we're playing roulette. I was like, all right, cool. So I'm like looking at it, and I said, all right, I think it was $30 minimum. I was like, I'll put $30 on red. He goes, I'm going to put $30 on black. I was like, why? Like, what? Hold on. Did you say you're a queen? Yes. Yes, I told him the queen, yeah. How you call me a queen for drinking 2 cherry bombs? So anyway, so Joe's like, I'm going to bet black. And I was like, why? would you bet against me? Like the Rain Man, you just figured out the 30-1 odds on craps. And now you want to go against me in a 50-50 bet. Well, not 50-50 because they actually had a 000 there. So it was like, 47.8. Joe knows it. But he was like, well, I'll do that so one of us wins. And I was like, what? How is that? That's not fun. Like I said we both lose or both win, but he's like, no, you go red, I'll go black, and then we'll just see. So sure enough, it goes around, and it was red. And then I felt bad because I was like, well, Joe's just, I don't know what Joe's doing now. Like, it's just betting just like you said, we're going to make some bad decisions. He plays some numbers, and I just put it back on red. Sure enough, it hits red again. And I was like, well, shit, I'm going to play some roulette now. You know what I mean? And I play red, it's red again. Well, Joe's just like, yeah, do whatever. 19.
That's my number, red 19.
This one, you know what I mean? But he's got it. It's just, it was weird. And then, so I think I want to say we had another, like red or black situation. And then I was like, I'm done. I'm done betting against you. Now, ironically, once I got done with that, it started hitting whatever color he was on.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. And then another guy came over and him and Joe. So I got a couple dollars. I was a couple $100 up. I took a picture of it. I think I had like 4 $100 chips.
We saw it.
And then some extra.
We saw it on Instagram. Thanks for that.
Yeah. So it's a couple $100 up.
No big deal. Gambling, strippers, bars, parties.
Yeah. So again, we ended up doing that a little bit. Got Joe.
My water was tasty.
Figured out on the red or black deal. And eventually, so we call it a night. We got back, got a taxi. I got back to the hotel. I looked at my watch because I told you time didn't exist. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. 5 o'clock in the morning. And this guy right here
was going out for his morning jog.
Dropped me off for the hotel that I was so excited that I paid for. So I could get plenty of sleep at 5 o'clock in the morning. The Pocan Joe experience.
I called you at what, 8:30, 8 o'clock?
Yep.
And I was
Angel
like,
called my ass at 8 o'clock. Want to make sure I was up and ready to go.
I said, hey babe, how you feeling? He said, fine. He said, I'm tired. I said, why are you tired? He said, I didn't get back till 5.
5 o'clock in the morning. Hang out with
5:30. It's 5:30.
Yep. Started out with Digger Jim, Brother John, Pocan Joe, beers. Then we went knife throwing and beers. Went 90 Styles rave. Went through the alley of death. We went through the tunnel of death into the alley of sketch to the basement of the not so strippers.
And that's where they got arrested.
Back to the casino. Avoided the cops the whole time.
And that's where you got arrested.
Baltimore Comic Con.
See, what they don't tell you is that they
Best
got
con
arrested.
I've been to.
But because Pocan Joe knows everybody, it didn't matter. That's what they forgot to tell you. I'm convinced that Pocan Joe pulled a okey doke and got him off the. They're running from the lamb. They're on the lamb. Is that what it is? The lamb?
No.
Yes, it is on the lamb.
I said yeah.
No, you said nope.
I said yeah.
Nope.
We'll have to rewatch it. Yeah. So that was it.
Well, now my stuff doesn't seem cool at all.
What did you do on your weekend?
I wasn't talking about my weekend, jackass. I was talking about.
Go ahead.
Oh,
why don't you tell us?
It's the coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane. Can I hear it again? Do you have time?
That's what I was going to hit you with. Damn it.
Anyway.
Damn.
So that's my Pocan Joe story. The Pocan Joe experience, Baltimore Comic Con. Can't wait to go back next year.
That's the coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane.
I'll cut that off before you even have time to finish.
Yeah, but you missed it twice.
All right.
Is that it?
That's it. And to recap, comic books.
That's not it. That's not it.
I did, and I think we're going to do a separate.
I got something in my eyeball.
Timestamp. 1 hour, 50 minutes. Let's talk
Yeah,
about
1 hour and 50 minutes. You've kept these people. Oh, shit. That's not mine. Where's my stuff?
All right. Anything else?
Yeah, but it's not.
Haul, Baltimore
What about my
Comic-Con?
haul? I guess we'll do that later.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, so
We did Digger, Jim.
we did. Yeah, we're going to have a separate
Video for that.
C3 unboxing. It'll be a C3 haul.
And next week, our guest is going to be on the show. I don't know what
Make
time.
sure to check us out this Saturday for Remy's Place. Yep.
I just wish next time I could be there. I like Crystal and the girl.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think
It wouldn't have been
I would like to keep Baltimore Comic-Con untouched by the family. I think
Oh,
it'll
if
be a
you
tradition,
think-
an ongoing tradition.
If you think you're going to Baltimore Con next year without me,
I think it'll be an ongoing tradition.
Gobble, 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 gobble. Bow down, bitches. Gobble, gobble, whack, bitches.
I'm sorry.
I think Baltimore
Hey, man.
is going to be something where I can hang out with
Nope.
with Digger Jim,
I'm squashing that dreams right now.
Brother John.
Next time you'll have meat
Pocan
curtains with
Joe.
you.
Meat curtains.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh God. Okay. You suck.
He does.
Yeah, so that's it. Again, make sure to check out Remy's Place this Saturday. Are you doing a cocktail tomorrow? You said you might be doing a cocktail, maybe?
I thought I was.
We also are going to have our C3 unhaul. C3 haul. I've got so many unboxings to do. I'm not going to lie.
I want to show myself.
I got to
I don't
send
care.
something out. Okay.
It's only 2 things. Get over it. You talked for an hour and a half. An hour and 53 minutes and 15 seconds about your awesome time with Pocan Joe.
Love Pocan Joe. Make sure to check out Pocan Joe.
And his evil lair.
I won't do the whole intro. Although I should.
Why did you give me the one that's in the box? What the Look what I got, y'all. It's a peacemaker with a hugging eagly. That's the same one, bro.
Hold on.
Oh, no,
What did
it's
you
not.
say?
No, it's not.
What'd you say?
No, it's not.
Because I'll show everybody what this is.
I will show everybody. It's eagly.
Okay. So again, make sure to stay tuned for our C3 haul. Again, plenty of unboxings. I still have my chainsaw unboxes.
Thank you, Pocan Joe. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Pocan Joe. You're a real American hero. I just want you to know that.
You stole my line.
I had fun hanging out with everybody. Digger Jim, Brother John. Fantastic con that you all have. I'm excited. I'm glad that we were able to go. The comic book section was pretty good too. I know everybody was talking about Heroes Con being good for books. This was pretty good too. I mean, these were good deals. You know, again, I got some good stuff in there. Some $5 deals, some good $10 deals. So I don't know about the big books, but you know, I'll definitely try to go back.
Me too.
Love you, Joe. Anyway, so yeah, again, stay tuned for those unboxings. Our C3 haul. I got an AOK from DJ Links. C3, I think I got, I don't know, 6-7 packages. that came in.
I got stuff in there too.
I still have.
I didn't win. Did we?
I have to do a review and unboxing for this.
What's that?
I've got to do an this is supposed to be a chainsaw unboxing as well from another community member.
Lucretius and Ignacio. Everybody, thank you so much for staying
so again, we've got
Jeremy's
stuff.
random story.
No. But thank you. Yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed that. Bow down, bitches. Hope everybody enjoyed that. And sorry it took so long, but again, I just didn't expect Baltimore to be as the caliber that it was. It's brilliant.
It's not the state.
Brilliant.
It's the people that you're in.
Maryland.
People.
I had no idea.
You in the state. Oh, I knew.
had no clue.
I knew.
Visited, yeah, but grew up south of Maryland. Had no clue that you all got down like that. Anyways, thank you very much to everybody.
That's where that 73-year-old stripper is. I doubt he was in the basement. He's probably dead now, but
anyways, let me find something to play us out to. And there we go.
In time to roll to Chili's and chow down with my fucking boy.
Night, you cock slam.